Welcome back. On Friday, we dedicated the bulk of this program to the ongoing debates over both medical and recreational marijuana. And we asked you to join in on the discussion from home by answering this question: should recreational marijuana be legal? And dozens of you weighed in on our Facebook page. Let's get to some of your comments. Tracy wrote simply, quote, "I don't smoke that stuff, but I believe it should be legal." Christy says, yes, legalize it. Joe says, yes, yes, yes. What amazes me is all the flower children who were going to change the world and allow everyone to do their thing are now the silly bastards that are stopping everyone from doing anything. Does anyone doubt that all of Congress and the president and the Supreme Court have used illegal drugs during their lives? I don't know about the Supreme Court. Veronica says, yes, better than booze. Worst case, steal a candy bar, repair the ozone, and keep the world peaceful. Marijuana hasn't killed anyone yet. Pharmacies have man-made drugs worse. More importantly, it helps a lot of children with special needs. And finally, Linda, who is in the distinct minority of our commenters, she wrote, no, 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 it is a drug and should never be for free usage. Let's go around the table. I want to find out what you all think about it. Dominic, I know we'll get to you in a minute. Jessica, let's start.
What are you asking me first?
Let's start. Michael, let's start with you.
I'm going to reveal myself to be quite square. I do not think recreational marijuana should be legal. I think medical marijuana should be in certain circumstances, but recreational, it is sending a message that doing one thing is the same as doing something else, and it's all okay and it's all acceptable. And I don't think that that's true, without even getting to the merits or the underlying issue of how dangerous is marijuana, is it a gateway drug, what are the health impacts. I think it is an illegal narcotic, it's a controlled substance, and I think saying recreational use is fine and on par with medical marijuana, it just sends the wrong message and misses the point.
No similar qualms about alcohol?
Alcohol is heavily regulated. It is illegal to be under a certain age and purchase alcohol. It's illegal to sell it to minors. It's illegal to serve it in your home to minors who then get into accidents. There is civil and criminal culpability for those parents, which is a huge issue in the suburbs. Note to Rob Astorino. It's heavily regulated, and it's sending a message that you have to be a certain age in order to use it.
Jeannie, if marijuana was heavily regulated, would you be okay with it being legal for recreational use?
I am okay with legalization of marijuana recreationally if it is regulated, and I think it should be regulated in the same way alcohol is. That said, you know, I do worry because, I mean, I'm no expert on all the ramifications of it. And, you know, you look at, you know, what some of the potentials are, and it is a scary thing, and I can see that. But I do think that I tend to be in favor of it, and I think whether I'm in favor of it or not, it's going to be coming down the pike very shortly across the United States.
Jessica, I'm banking on your libertarian leanings on this one.
I know. I'm a little torn on this one because I think, you know, I'm sort of okay with seeing states, you know, adopt their own policies, but what you're seeing in Colorado, a lot of the kinks are being worked out. You know, they're having some issues with it, but there's also some upsides with the revenue. You know, I think I don't trust that it could be regulated in a way that it would be, you know, out of the hands of children, or there's the dosing issues. Did you guys all read Maureen Dowd's column, which was very funny?
Yeah,
but you know,
candy bar. She was supposed to eat this much.
Yeah, but she didn't know, and that was the point. And I think there's definitely some serious concerns about it. But
let me layer
it's a good debate.
One thing on top of that is it strikes me and many people as bizarre how much attention and space and focus the New York Times editorial pages are putting on this one issue, to the point where the public editor of the paper had to say, "This seems odd, but here's why we're doing it." And I think even reading that was bizarre, that it got more attention.
It's because they're a bunch of liberals, Michael, that's why.
Dominic, I can give you 25 seconds.
25 seconds, I'm going to do it in 10. I agree with everything Michael said, and I guess bleeding over to Jessica, who seemed to agree. I have been to emergency rooms in New York City when kids smoke marijuana and they don't know what it's laced with. These psychiatric emergency rooms, it is not a pretty sight when kids are not handcuffed, but straight jackets. It's not a pretty sight.
But can I
that
say,
was more than 10 seconds.
But when it's regulated, you do know what it. I mean, that's the point. It is a safer drug when it's regulated.
That's a market argument and a market opportunity. It was a full-page ad. I forget if it was in the Journal of the Times saying, "Hey, check it out. We're going to be able to give you all the information you need about dosing and strains." I don't need to know this.
I got to wrap it up and move on. Up next, a segment we're calling "Hey Baby, What's Your Name?" Wait, I misread that. It's "Hey Baby, What's Your Name?" We'll get into that next. Stay with us.